A friend of mine got a promotion. Nothing dramatic happened at first, but within a year, his entire lifestyle had changed. Not in obvious ways, just slightly everywhere. A better flat, more regular dining out, more normal upgrades. And that was the problem. Because nothing felt excessive. Everything felt reasonable. But his financial progress barely moved. And this is where many financially capable people quietly get stuck. Not because they lack discipline. Not because they lack intelligence. But because something else is shaping their decisions. Something almost invisible. Social pressure. Or more precisely, what I call silent standard drift. You do not decide to spend more. Spending just starts to feel normal. You may recognize this. You earn more. And slowly, your baseline shifts. Your environment changes. Your expectations adjust. Your definition of reasonable expands. And without ever making a clear decision, your financial system becomes heavier. At first, it looks like progress. Better lifestyle. More comfort. More convenience. But structurally, something else is happening. Flexibility is quietly disappearing. I once spoke to someone earning very well, doing everything right on paper. But when we looked closer, his income had doubled, and his freedom had barely moved. Not because he made poor decisions, but because every upgrade felt justified. And this is the hidden effect of social pressure. It does not force you to spend. It redefines what feels normal. Humans are social by design. We compare constantly. Colleagues, friends, people we see online. And those comparisons quietly shape behavior. If everyone around you lives a certain way, that way begins to feel standard. Even if it stretches your finances. So pause for a moment. If nobody could see your life, would you still be living it the same way? Or would something quietly change? Because this is the deeper question. Are you designing your lifestyle or absorbing it? Now here is the part most people miss. Social pressure does not just increase spending. It reduces optionality. Because once a lifestyle becomes normal, it becomes difficult to reverse. Not financially, psychologically. Moving to a simpler home. Spending less. Changing direction. None of these are impossible. But they can feel like loss. Even when they are actually increasing freedom. And this is why financial freedom often takes longer than expected. Not because income is too low, but because expectations keep rising. Now consider a different approach. What if your financial standard was internally defined, not socially inherited? What if your decisions came from intention, rather than comparison? Because once that shift happens, everything changes. Spending becomes deliberate. Pressure reduces. Clarity increases. And most importantly, your financial structure becomes lighter, which increases something far more valuable than income. Optionality. The ability to choose, to step back, to change direction, to live differently if you decide to. So the real question is not, how much do people around me spend? The better question is, what kind of financial life do I actually want to build? Because if you do not define that clearly, your environment will define it for you. And once you see that, your decisions begin to change. If this perspective resonated with you, comment the word awareness. It signals that you are beginning to see. What is shaping your financial life? And if you want to go deeper into this, consider subscribing. Because in the next video, we will explore something even more powerful. How your environment quietly determines your financial future. And once you understand that, you begin to take control again. I will see you there.